Body dysmorphia and body issues are probably the worst thing that everyone has at this given point in time. What we need to do is we need to teach our young to be healthy and happy with themselves, because happiness with your own image will go an incredibly long way in life with confidence, overall wellness, and the general quality of everything else that you do. My name's Nick Tabor. I'm a personal trainer, and I talk about this stuff on this channel because I've lived through it. Now, this is, if you're watching this on YouTube, you're probably seeing this is a little bit longer than usual, especially if you're watching it on your phone. This is an IG live session that has been saved and posted onto YouTube. And it's been good. It's gonna be a good one. So I could really respect it, and I think that we're all gonna do very, very well today. We want to get a lot out of it. So I grew up with cerebral palsy. I know a lot about the body dysmorphia issues, and what it comes from is the physical image of what we are in our lifetime. And when we look in the mirror, we always feel we can do a little more. We could feel we could cut a little bit here, or I could do a little bit this. Oh, I wish I was this person. Oh, I wish I was that person. That's normal. But what you do with it after you have that feeling is what causes the issue. I had anorexia at one point in time when I was very young. I don't remember the exact age, but I was 11 years old, I believe. And that particular time, it was, the worst time in my life, when you're at that age where it's prepubescent, so to speak, and you have oh God, there's so much going on. There's a horror show going on in your head. You're feeling awful about life in general, and you just now what do I do? When we see these, and it's not a gender issue in my mind. This is something that it's on both sides of the spectrum, or it's really on any, depending on what you believe, where your beliefs are with that particular issue. I think anyone can get this. Because there's a certain way that we're supposed to look. And I'll give you the perspective from my lifetime. So you see all these people who are successful in school and cool people. And there was these athletes that came in, and they were from the high school, and one of them was the brother of a good buddy of mine at the time. And he was physically fit, and a young guy, what's on the mind of the guy? The women, getting a girlfriend or something. And he was very, very nice, but I'm like, okay, in my mind, because there's the horror show going on in my brain, I had it in my head that I'm like, I gotta look like that in order to be happy. I gotta look like that in order to be successful, because in my mind, this dude was very, very successful. I learned he was not. He was good at playing, I think it was baseball or something. And a lot of stuff he said was lies, unfortunately. But it's the image that popped up in my mind, and I'm thinking in my head, I've got to look like that person. I've got to look like him in order to be great. And when I look in the mirror, I see this, roly-poly kid. And I wasn't fat, but I was I was obviously somebody who didn't do sports at the time. And I'm like, all right, you're 50 pounds heavier than, the next person in your class. And, you just look and you're like, oh God, now what? What do we do? What do we do? What we do in that scenario? Well, the ways to get out of it, what you've got to do is you've got to develop a few things. You got to develop self-confidence. You've got to develop, a good understanding of what health looks like. And then you've got to have that tribe around you that helps you be the right you. So let's walk through it. A good understanding, you have self-confidence. How do you build self-confidence? What do you do as a kid when you have body dysmorphia issues and you're looking at that person? I can't speak for, when I was younger also, there was the, the models in the magazines that were way too skinny, and I think we're way past that. That was more of a female situation. Obviously something I can't relate to, so I'm not going to talk about that. But we build self-confidence every day when we build up ourselves. We do the hard things. If you are watching this on YouTube, there'll be a video down below on how to build self-confidence so you can help yourself there, and that will do really well. But you've got to challenge yourself daily for something that you want to do. What do you want to do in your life? What do you want to do every single day? I mean, as a kid, you may not know. You may not know, but you're going to try something. I thought I was going to be an amazing musician when I got older. That not the case, but I tried and dabbled on every single instrument, and I did everything I could. But when you're looking at image, right? Okay, I've got to lose a little bit. I've got to do things. I've got to look at this, look at that. Okay, I've got to try to be active. So that's when your tribe comes in later, right? Now you have to have a good sense of what health is. Okay, everybody is different. I mean, there are several factors as to why you look the way you do. Genetics, activity, life, stress, maybe you're not sleeping well. What I would do in this situation, this is where I got really super lucky, is I had a mom who was a very well-respected nurse. And, for lack of a better term, she was, obviously she's popular, but she was very well liked. So I had, resources and people that I could talk to. If you're having images, thoughts in your head that you don't look right, or if you're feeling shameful about your body, what you would not do is go to health class. This is the last thing when you're, I'm speaking only to kids at this point. I know none of you want to go to school. I get it. I didn't either. Nobody wanted to get there and go to school, and you might have that teacher that you can open up to and talk about. But what I would do in this situation, because you live in an amazing time where the whole of human knowledge is on your phone, look up ways that you can learn what is pride. Who are people who have positive images about their body? I don't remember who that rapper is. It escapes me, but the only one I can use is country artist Taylor Swift. She was very, very, very skinny for years, and then, she's like, look, I'm going to be me. I'm going to work out, but I'm not going to starve myself to be sure, because that image that we project, that's not health. I'm going to portray myself as healthy. And watch the documentary Miss Americana. I loved it. I thought it was excellent, and I'm like, wow, somebody turned me into a Taylor Swift fan. Oh my God. Yeah. that looks pretty cool. Like somebody like me would have it. But like, beard, bald guy, 6'1", singing "Shake It Off." Dude, that's actually a pretty sweet tune. So, but that kid, you want to like look at somebody and look how they got there. Look how they did it, right? So like I, growing up with cerebral palsy, had many, many, many issues. But I looked at somebody like Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal. Charles Barkley had issues because he was a little shorter of a basketball player at the time, but Shaquille O'Neal had a crossed eye, and he got picked on quite a bit for it. But I watched videos and I read about him, about how he practiced and what he did in order to like be good at playing basketball, and what he did. And I'm like, okay, that's how he did it. Then you take what they did and see if you can emulate that in your own life. What can you do to be awesome? How can you get that together? And that's how you get that. Now the third thing we got is the tribe. The tribe is super competitive at times, depending upon what you do. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, there's a link down below on Tribe itself. Hi, Brian. So tribes are for us, for human beings, and particularly 90% of the world. We have this inner sanctum of folks. I'm not just talking about your family with your cousins and everybody else, but your 3 to 5 people who are the closest to you, who are really good. And when you have that body image issue, what are they going to say? Oh, come on, you look amazing. You're wonderful. Yeah, you don't know. But what they're going to do is they're going to break that down, and they're going to say, look, so-and-so, might feel this way, but, you don't need to do that. And you're not going to want to hear it right away, but you got to understand what they're coming from. And, I didn't understand this until I was in my late 20s and in my 30s, that folks in this world, right, history repeats itself. If you're looking at those images and you're like, oh my God, I should be skinny, when you're actually fine, you rely on that tribe not only to lift you up, the good tribe. Like, there again, 3 to 5 people who are super trustworthy, who are really, really, really good at what they do. Then, and only then, will you have the right people to put you in the right spot. Now, here's the deal, right? You have those people like, no, you're good. But the real true tribe are going to be like, what the hell are you talking about? You think you're fat? Hey, come on now. The ones who are going to be brutal. I have my wife and my parents as the 3, and we have a couple of our really good friends who, I unload everything with them, for me personally, but they'll give it right back. Like, I need to, I'm feeling really down and dumpy because I look really weird and I scared that old lady by accident. Yeah, it was an accident. Get over it and get on with your life. Oh, this bump on my head felt really, really weird. I felt, dude, you got into an accident, you could get on it. What's wrong with you? So, there we are with this. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, you get the full effect. If you're coming on this on Instagram, you can go ahead, add comments as well, DM me. But I want you to put down in the comments below if you've ever had a body image issue, or if you felt that you needed to improve your body image. How did that help you? What did you do and how did you get around it? Or if you're still struggling, certainly reach out to me because your friendly neighborhood trainer will have you. Okay. All right, so that's all for now. It has been a very, very, very long day. So I'm gonna wrap this one up. Have yourself an amazing day. Check out the videos down in the link. Always, we climb and have a wonderful time. Bye, everybody.